Welcome to the GAU debate brought to you by GamersRS.com. We are at the Microsoft Store in the Prudential Center in Boston, Massachusetts. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all you Irish people out there. Irish gamers, I assume I would call you. I'm Eric Rickety Beans, or Beano, and I am joined by two fellow gamers. Neither of you are Irish, though.
What are you trying to say?
All right. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves to start?
Hello. I'm Drew.
I'm Drew.
I like to play games.
Drew is our resident League of Legends expert, but we're going to have him on because he's going to take the middle stance in this debate. And then who's this on the far right over
I
here?
am the 5% Irish Andy Lurnique here
5%.
on the other side of the debate, very, very far right from Mr. Thing over here.
The left side of your screen, if you will. Well,
So am I like the Tea Party? Or where's that put? Oh, no, the far. You're the Tea Party.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
You're right in the middle.
I got it.
All right. Okay. Let's get right into it because we're just being nonsensical right now. But I'm taking the stance of we're going to talk about achievements, and I'm going to take the stance that achievements aren't achievements anymore. They are, they don't mean anything. To me, they used to mean something, earning 1,000 headshots in a campaign, finding all the voice logs in a game, beating GTA 4 in under 20 hours. That's an achievement. Even beating a game on a certain difficulty. And now you kind of get them for beating a level, for completing a random and named task, like in South Park.
Putting the disc in.
Farting on. I mean, it's something like that. It's dying once in Dark Souls 2 earns you a trophy. Welcome to Dark Souls. Like...
That's important, though.
I just don't feel like you're earning these achievements anymore, and they are not really achievements as much as they are just there to fill out your game.
Okay, I'm going to fight you tooth and nail on
All
this.
right.
I think you're wrong, too. I'm going to the far right.
Welcome to the dark side. Quite literally. Anyway, alrighty. Listen, achievements were first created to kind of entice the gamers to go above and beyond their, what they could do in the game. 1,000 kills, as you said. Maxing out the game 100%. Achievements now, which have been shown to cause an endorphin boost when you get a trophy or an achievement on the screen, to now allow you to do different things in the game, to try out different challenges that you may not have tried before, to explore different parts of the game that you would never know about, for example. Alrighty? And
In
I
very
think
few games.
And no, I refuse to believe that because I have far more trophies than you.
What level are you on PlayStation?
16.
Ooh, you do have a lot more trophies. So you're seeking trophies out.
I love them
Whipping out
because
his
they've
trophies at you.
Yeah. Hey,
Honestly, you know what's funny? I've never platinumed a game. I've never platinumed a game, but the truth is, trophies and achievements have always been something that are exciting to get because, hey, what did I just do? It gave me an achievement for doing something. Now, yes, there are some mundane and ridiculous trophies out there that are, for example, Crysis 2 has one of the worst trophies I've ever seen. It's literally an entire, you move through the level, it's a graphic text, and it says, can it run Crysis? I hated that one. But then on the other hand, there's another achievement in... I'm going to use Spider-Man, for example. If you can beat a boss without hitting the ground. I get that was a mistake. It was a mistake.
Is that not an achievement, though? Is that not earning something that you went, like, that's what achievements have diluted themselves to there's one great achievement you can name in that game.
One in Spider-Man?
I'm just saying.
I can name a lot of them, but honestly, I'm not going to
Name
go down the
another
list of what I think. Right now?
Yeah.
Alrighty, cool Infamous 2 trophy. If you kill somebody by stepping into a puddle of water.
That's an achievement. I'm saying, Mass Effect 2, I have returned to active duty. I have to do that. I have used an Omega 4 relay. I have to do that. Survive the suicide mission. You have to do that. Obtain Geth technology. You have to do that. Successfully recruit Archangel. Successfully recruit the assassins. You have to do all these things.
What if you're too bad and you can't get to that point in the game?
Then you shouldn't be playing the game to begin with.
But okay, let's look at the reward system then of achievements and trophies. Okay.
So your stance is people who are bad at gaming just shouldn't.
People who are if you're not beating a game, if you're not getting more than 10 hours into Mass Effect 2, then why are you playing Mass Effect 2?
It does lead you down the right path, though. It's like, okay, I'm making progress at the very least.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
progress.
It does show you completion of the game as well. Okay,
Yep.
you know
It gives
what?
you milestones.
Yeah,
It
that's
does.
fair. And you know what?
Milestones.
Here's how I see it, too. when you get the, like I said, you get that endorphin boost of something else, I mean, some people who are completionists, they do enjoy that light at the end of the tunnel. They do want something to look forward to. That's fair to give it to them. Even if some people who have paid no attention to their achievements at all, for me, Rise Son of Rome on the Xbox One, I had no clue what was going on most of the time in that game. The storyline was what I was there for. Didn't care about any achievements that I got. I was just there start to finish, and I enjoyed it. Didn't care about the achievements afterwards. Now, however, Ninja Gaiden, I wanted to get 1,000 Azuna drops, and I actually did that in Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 because I'm obsessive over that one.
That's an achievement. Yeah, that's an achievement.
Now,
you're picking all these achievements.
Hear me out. But what did I really get from that? I got a shiny screen blip for a second, and then I got something that shows other gamers, wow, he played that game for a long time.
Hey.
Now, you got to ask yourself, are you the kind of person that needs that kind of pat on the back? Do you need that? Because you know what? We're going to talk about a particular game that says trophies. Well, you want a trophy, buddy? You're going to have to sell your small child for that trophy, okay? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
it's Dark Souls.
I think that's good. I like the idea that you have to actually try to obtain said trophy. You have to actually have skill in a game to attain a trophy or an achievement, because that's the word achievement means. You achieved something. I think that in South Park, The Stick of Truth, I shouldn't get a trophy for letting 3 gingers bite me 3 times without blocking. That's being bad. That's specifically missing 3 blocks.
I think it's important to look at this now and look at what these achievements are aimed at doing. And I think, as far as we're going towards the negative side of achievements, not really achieving, there's 4 maybe then. So the first one is something really hard to do in the game. You have to go out of your way to do it. The achievement exists to draw your attention to it. The second type, I'd have to say, is the kind that someone else is looking at your profile and they can tell what kind of gamer you are and the kind of stuff you've achieved in your games. That's like the milestone markers from Mass Effect. You'd realize what was going on. The third would be kind of the marker that lets you know that you're making progress in things that you might not even realize. Like in Titanfall, for instance, if you rodeo 100 Titans, you get an achievement for that.
That's an achievement.
And it's wow, I've rodeoed 100 of these things already?
Yeah.
Geez, how about that? And then last but not least is the sort of developer's voice within the game, is what I'd like to call it. And in one of my favorite games, Dark Souls, you can often see these kind of sarcastic achievements that happen when you die to certain things.
Yeah.
Or, like in Portal, and Team Fortress 2 is a big one for that. They'll kind of have these really sarcastic achievements that involve you doing something really weird that it's kind of it's just the developers playing with you and being yeah, we put that in the game, thank you for doing that.
I mean, how about Stanley Parable, the jump thing? It's no, you can't jump.
Exactly.
No, you try it again.
It gives
Go
them
ahead.
a chance to give you some feedback, because there's not really a developer character in the game or anything. The only way they get to really interact with their audience is through their storytelling and also their achievements, if they want to point out something that storytelling really can't do.
Yeah.
So you seem to be for achievements and trophies. Or are you completely just?
I mean, why would I be against?
I'm not against trophies. I'm against them meaning useless crap, beating that level. It's in there because Sony and Microsoft asked these companies to put achievements in their game. Bottom line, they're in there to pad the game, to make it look like you're doing something. They're in there for the developer to see how far you play their game.
You can't deny that it does, 1, track metrics for games, and 2, it does metrics, supply a lot of extended gameplay. I played Assassin's Creed 2 longer just because I found out that I was really close to a particular achievement, and I did it for fun. And I found out I got something. Same thing with Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, actually. So I'm going to say that now that we have next-gen consoles that are changing trophies midweek. Killer Instinct has a new achievement every single week, and so does Tomb Raider. Didn't know that. Yeah, Tomb Raider has new achievements they're adding almost all the time.
Well, that's a good game.
That's cool.
That's cool. And, then, and that's another way of doing it.
It's kind of obnoxious, though, because some people like to get all the achievements and then leave it, and if there's a new achievement popping up, you have to go back every week.
If you platinum
the rule, I mean, again, it extends gameplay. It might be good, it might be bad, but if you got a platinum, you don't lose your platinum because they add another one. If you see in a lot of games that have downloadable content, they have a plus symbol next to the DLC. Borderlands has most of it. And Borderlands is one of those things where, to platinum that game, you might as well just wait for the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah.
Or
never download the DLC, because then you will get stuck with that 0% the whole time if you just download it and don't play it.
I know a lot of players would be pissed off to have that next to
that 0%.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't give a two craps about
Well,
it.
I'm gonna say, you know what I want for my achievements and trophies? I want something that I have done that is a little bit over the top. Now, when I say over the top, I don't mean like, I don't need to be as obsessive, but I want all the players to have the opportunity to do so. So that achievement that I was talking about when it was like, rodeoing a bunch of titans, as you said, or, being able to kill a certain amount of enemies in a certain amount of time, like in Devil May Cry, or, 1,000 kills, I'm cool with that. But the ridiculous ones, like I think there's some old achievements from the beginning of the Xbox days where it's like play a game for a particular amount of ridiculous hours.
That's just sadistic.
There's a Stanley Parable one. It's play all day on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we just had, who is it? What is his name?
Who?
Bruh, God,
What we just had, what's his name? Yeah, that person,
sorry,
of
I didn't
course.
even forget his name. Just hit a million gamer score by playing Titanfall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tons of news. Respawn actually congratulated him because it was on their game. He scored 1 million, and he's got really good reasons why he did it. But he kept pushing for something. He
had so many games. He had over 2,500 games on his account. Like, that's not an achievement anymore. That's just playing a shit ton of games. Like, let's be real here. Like, I'm pissed off when I beat South Park 100% in terms of gameplay, and then I go to check out my trophies, and it goes 30%. And I'm like, no, I beat all of you. I don't want to go fart on all of my best friends at each time for that achievement.
Who wants to fart on all of
like
them?
that's an achievement in the game. You have to fart on all your companions. It's like, how would I know that unless I check the trophy list? I beat the game so hard, and then to see 30% is so disheartening. It's like, what?
No, I'm gonna get you again because Batman Arkham Origins and Arkham Asylum do this. Okay, they have full percentage of the game anyway, whether you had trophies or not.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like, hey, by the way, I know you got
like
that trophy
GTA.
and everything, but you still haven't done anything I told you to do.
Yeah,
and you know what? There's some things that you can do in Arkham that have no achievement, no trophy at all, but you do it because you can do it. And you know what? Who stayed out of this trophy game? And I understand why they did it. Nintendo, because they said they're not gonna hop into it, and I kind of hate them for it because I would love a trophy for Kirby. Sorry, I'm getting angry. But, I would love that because they just felt like they added enough to their games that people should explore on their own.
That's what I'm saying.
But there's a downside to that because in games like Super Mario Brothers and games like Super Smash Brothers and games like The Wonderful 101, there are tons of secrets that no one's ever going to know about unless you look for a strategy guide.
I don't know. If I see, half of the achievements, on a list are blocked anyway till you find them. I see some things like,
Mostly with their story.
Yeah, I see some things like, of course you can see that it would show that you did something, but that to me means nothing. The only thing I want to prove to people is that I did really good at beating this game. I beat this game all the way. I did what they asked. I did the hardest thing, and I think achievements should always be something you achieve and not something you do.
I think it's important to have a good mix of easy and hard achievements. I think if a game had universally easy achievements, that would feel kind of hollow.
Yep.
Terminator.
But if you have
Terminator.
Because certain games are really lauded online and bought up really quickly because they have a really easy gamer score to get.
Right.
And that's just kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
But, in Team Fortress 2, they have a really cool system where once you unlock a certain amount of achievements, you can unlock a weapon for your character.
Now
instead of
that's
randomly
intelligent.
dropping it. And it's cool because you can knock out all the easy ones, but then you don't have the weapon yet, and now you get the hard ones. You're like, oh crap. Okay, well, I guess I have to actually go do these hard achievements now.
That's
Now,
certainly an interesting
Sony
way to
did
do it.
actually have a beta test program, Sony Rewards, PlayStation Rewards, actually, for your amount of playtime. Actually gave you rewards.
That'd be amazing.
It actually was available for a while. It's how I actually got my profile picture. Actually, that no one else ever would get that. I was like, it was part of a beta program. They never took it away from me. But the more you played, the trophies that you got in your playtime and your gold trophies actually gave you currency and free stuff all the time.
Yeah,
but the problem
That's a
is,
great way to
That's
do
the
it.
achievement I care about.
I want real harder in
you want
things.
something else. I mean, if you're ever going to have this right balance, if people want better trophies or trophies that just make a little bit more sense without exploiting the system and actually get something, then the people have to kind of tweak the trophies and not let people exploit them so easily, but make them accessible.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill 3,000 people in Dark Souls. Just saying.
I do.
You probably will anyway. If you're
Yeah,
going to beat the whole game 60 hours, you're probably going to end up killing
And
3,000.
2,000 of those people's deaths will be me.
Goodness. Well, I think that if you're going to stay on your side of the fence
I don't know.
wonder about how trophies and achievements are going to change, I'm going to say this. I'm just going to polish it off with this one.
Yep.
Look at Resogun's achievements and trophies, because they are all. Some of them are freaking luck.
You love it.
Ready?
Hey,
you like those?
I haven't actually checked out Resogun. I love that game.
It's been free since day one.
I know. I played it. I haven't checked out the trophies. I don't care about the trophies, and that's why, like, if I do care, it better be me earning it, not just giving me something frivolously because I beat the first level of a game.
And if you folks online and at home have an argument that you think can convince left-wing Eric or right-wing Andy,
But he's left to them, and I'm right to them.
right-wing Eric, left-wing Andy, then please post them online. We'll bring them up, and hopefully we'll fix this terrible, terrible debate, or maybe it'll just become a blood feud and go on for years and years.
I'm just going to dedicate myself to making sure I have more achievements than he does at all times.
I restarted. I rescinded.
Oh.
Rickety Beans is now like level 2, maybe.
So
You'll get back.
He's a baby.
I'll get back. I got a long way to go.
I think there's a wager in our future.
No, there's no way I'm going to catch up to 16.
Oh, I'm sorry. By the way, just a quick little side note. You still have a bet to lose in about a month.
Oh yeah. Funny thing is that that's not going to happen. Funny thing about that is, so our bet, for those of you who haven't seen the episode, our bet is that Titanfall on Xbox One will have sold more copies in a month than Infamous Second Son will sell more copies in a month. We
On
shall see.
Xbox One?
Yes, we
Both of them
purposely
just on
kept
Xbox One?
No,
Xbox One and
PS4 for Second
Yeah,
Son.
so only
Because Second
those
Son is only on PS4.
That's true. It would be
and
tough.
Titanfall is, well,
He's
for the
going
sake
by
of a bet.
pre-orders. I'm going by sheer common sense.
sheer common sense. I'm going by sheer number of consoles owned by one party and consoles owned by the other
Give
party.
it time, my son.
Well,
Hey,
who will be the smarter
time.
one? Left or right? White or black? We will see.
True.
Please tune in next week.
For the interracial system debate.
Well, on that note, thanks, Drew. And thank you very much, Andy, for joining us. Thank you, Frank and James, for running the board, as always. Thank you, Microsoft Store, for letting us use your space. We are Gamers R Us. Check us out at gamersrus.com for the latest news, reviews,
And
previews,
check out
and
Garden
commentary.
Warfare, because this game is dope. You've been seeing it
achievements are
behind
really
us all
easy.
day. We
Yeah.
haven't seen it, but it looks really cool.
I played it. Speak for yourself.
It's like Left 4 Dead plus the Nazi
it's
zombie
like
mode.
it's like Call of Duty plus.
Yeah.
It's like Call of Duty, but
playing right
with
now?
plants. Well, I think that's all we got for you tonight. Game on.